Welcome to the Silver and Black Reports. I am your host RJ West, and today we are talking all things Oakland Raiders. And today we preview the 2017 regular season, and I am excited for this season, and I am excited especially to see Derek Carr's return from a bit of a scare in Week 16 of last year.
In trouble, and for just the 16th time this year, Carr is taken down. Quarterback is helped to the sideline. Carr with an apparent lower leg injury on his right side.
Well, watch his right foot get stuck in the ground, twists.
So Derek Carr is back and feeling fine after his injury.
So I feel great. I've been running, jumping, throwing, cutting, everything. So I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to do absolutely everything. I did everything my teammates did today. I'll do everything my teammates do again tomorrow. So hopefully that just gives an idea,
And of course, looking to provide the Lombardi Trophy and looking to bring it back to Oakland for the first time since 1974. And Khalil Mack looking to do the same thing.
Return to greatness. That's what we want to be. That's what we are. We're the Raiders, man. We gonna bring this thing back to a great place.
As with everybody on this Raiders squad, with the goal in mind to win the Super Bowl, and that is the number one approach for every single team in the National Football League, to win a Super Bowl. And the Raiders, one of the best teams with the opportunities to do that this year, according to some, but to some, they say that the Raiders aren't ready yet, that the Patriots are still too good for this to happen. But we go on to our first segment, which is the impact players that we discuss. Marshawn Lynch making his return to the NFL and returning to his hometown Oakland to play for the Oakland Raiders. And so Marshawn Lynch looking to make his return and make a big impact on his return. And then we have, of course, Amari Cooper quickly becoming one of the best receivers in the NFL, learning from Calvin Johnson.
I've just been asking him a whole bunch of questions. How does he run certain routes? What was his regiment like? And how he was so productive. He's a really cool guy. He's been giving me some really great feedback, so he's nice to have around.
And Amari definitely looking to have another big season, the AC/DC connection. Amari Cooper and Derek Carr back and looking to light the NFL on fire. But then also another pass catcher for Derek Carr, Jared Cook. He's a more reliable pass catcher at the tight end position, and he will be a big asset, a vertical threat down the field, and some reliable hands at the tight end spot. So another target for Derek Carr to work with, and another target for Derek Carr to work with, Cordero Patterson. He's a slot receiver and a kick returner / punt returner. Should help out with special teams, which was a bit lacking last season for the Raiders. And he could even be used as a running back in certain situations, as a wide receiver, as a running back, as a kick returner / punt returner. Cordero Patterson will be used effectively by Jack Del Rio and will be a huge and underrated addition to this Raiders team. And so now we move on to our next segment, players on the watch list. Karl Joseph's improvement is a big thing. We're looking at his improvement this year. Karl Joseph is on the watch list. Hopefully he will look as good as he did in training camps and as he did in preseason. So Karl Joseph hopefully improving in his sophomore campaign, being a nice run stopper, being a decent zone coverage guy. Karl Joseph, a nice guy taken in the first round of 2016, and hopefully he will live up to Reggie McKenzie's hype. And so then another player on the watch list, Jihad Ward. We'll be looking to see how he will impact the game in the running game, in the passing game, by providing some pass rush. We'll see how Jihad Ward impacts the game this season, and hopefully he will be a nice player for this defense. So then we also have another player on the watch list, PJ Dawson. He was a free agent acquisition. We'll see how he ends up impacting the game. A nice run stopper, a better run stopper than pass coverage linebacker, but he should help out this defense in his own way. So we'll see how PJ Dawson ends up performing on this Raiders defense. And so now we move on to our next segment, key rookies. We'll be looking at Garyon Conley, a very good man coverage cornerback drafted in the first round. A little bit of question marks right there. He was charged for rape, but it turns out those evictions were false. So Garyon Conley, he's on the field, clean of everything, and looking to provide some depth at cornerback for this Raiders team. And then Obi Melifonwu, a guy who's very athletic, can jump out of the gym, but is going to be injured and will miss the whole 2017 NFL season. So that's a bit unfortunate. The second round draft pick will be missing the whole NFL season. But then we look at Eddie Vanderdoes, defensive tackle. He's physical and decently athletic. So Eddie Vanderdoes, we'll see how he impacts the game in his rookie season, and we'll be looking to improve as the years go on. And then Markel Lee, the last key rookie that we will be taking a look at this year, inserted into a bit of a key role at the start of his career. Him and Corey James will be splitting some reps at the middle linebacker spot and the inside linebacker spot when they play 3-4. Because Jack Del Rio, as we know, likes to run a 4-3 and a 3-4, run that hybrid multiple defensive front. So we'll see how Markel Lee does in his key role at the start of his career, and hopefully these rookies can perform at a high level. But now we move on to the schedule outlook and record prediction. So now there are 4 key matchups that I'm circling on my calendar for this. Week 7 versus the Chiefs. The Raiders have not been able to beat the Chiefs in the past couple of years. Hopefully that will change this year when they win Week 7 versus the Chiefs, and that should be a tough matchup. Then we have Week 11 against the Patriots in Mexico City. We'll see how the Patriots end up performing this season, and we'll see how the Raiders end up doing against the Patriots, because this is a key matchup. If they win this, they have a chance at going to the Super Bowl. If not, well, they've still got work to do. They've got work to do either way, but we'll see how they perform in Week 11 against the Patriots. Then we have Week 15 versus the Cowboys on primetime. Another young football team with a young quarterback and an elite offensive line and a little bit of a worrisome defense, but hopefully the Raiders can come out and pull the victory in this one at home in the Black Hole. The Cowboys and Raiders, that should be a fun matchup on primetime in Week 15, so make sure to look out for that matchup. And then we have Week 17 at the Chargers. We have a matchup that I have circled on my calendar for one reason, and it is because the Chargers could be fighting for a playoff spot, and same with the Raiders. They could be fighting to win the division or for a playoff spot, so this could be a key matchup. This could decide their fates for the 2017 season, if they make the playoffs or not, or if they win the division or not. We'll see how that happens. And so, at the end of the day, I have them going 13-3 and winning the division for the first time since 2002, and hopefully end up performing well. But this season should be a fun one, and we'll see how it unfolds. But with that, I've been RJ West, and I am saying so long. We'll see you on Sunday. You can catch that game right here on AMN.